You had a go, but not that many.
Bad boy forever, nigga.
Sean P. Diddy Combs is one of the most recognizable people in the music industry. He's a man of many faces, okay? Others know him for being a world-renowned producer in his early days. Others, a Grammy award-winning rapper who founded his own record label, Bad Boy Records. But nowadays, everybody knows him as one of the most illest species of party animals. Abandoned the P and later is known as Diddy a decade later in 2022, which he announced on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
What is your name?
Man, I'm just gonna go with the name Diddy.
Hey, this man is switching rap names faster than he covers up his crime. Faster than he bought Notorious B.I.G.'s catalog for $25,000. I bet he has a different name on his Starbucks cup every time he orders from there. Come on. Diddy started off as an intern at Uptown Records, where he worked alongside Mary J. Blige. 2 years later, he lost his job co-hosting a basketball game, which unalived 9 people during a stampede. All I have to say, sorry, if it was Travis Scott, no stone will be left unturned. Cancel culture will make sure to dig up, to look for any piece of Travis Scott that exists. They'd even go to the ocean and look for his baby mama, Kylie Jenner. You know, because she's plastic surgery. Anyways, that's when P. Diddy decided to launch Bad Boy Records. That name did not age well. It wasn't long before he'd link up with the Notorious B.I.G. and make him bigger.
That was very offensive. I don't think people, like in my community, will really appreciate you fat shaming the Notorious B.I.G. I don't really think fat shaming is wrong.
Okay, fine, I'm sorry. I know some of you think that's fat shaming, you know, but like, come on, it's a joke. Anyways, he basically produced and nurtured Notorious B.I.G.'s entire career, in which they made classics like Juicy, which featured an uncredited female group called Total. I don't care what you're saying, they deserve their flowers, not because P. Diddy deflowered them. This is one of the most recognizable choruses in hip-hop history, actually of all time.
Hillary-ous. You know very well who you are.
Come on, hilarious people!
Don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars. You had a go, but not that many. Cause you're the only one. I'll give you good and plenty.
Sadly, the Notorious B.I.G. was unalived during a drive-by shooting, 6 months after the murder of his longtime friend turned rival, Tupac Shakur. Although it was a sad time for hip-hop and culture as a whole, P. Diddy's pockets were smiling, guys. Like, P. Diddy's pockets were cheesing. After the success of Notorious B.I.G.'s posthumous album, Life After Death, P. Diddy made so much bread that you won't even begin to fathom. And that's where the song I'll Be Missing You comes from, with lyrics illustrating how, you know, P. Diddy misses his best friend who was lost in a shooting. Yeah.
Hillary-ous. Every step I take, woo! Every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'm missing you. Thinking of the day when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break, I'm missing you.
In 1999, Nas had a music video coming out where he was being crucified. But Diddy switched up last minute, motivated by the fact that he's a devout Christian and that could be seen as blasphemy. So he called up recording producer Steve Stout and asked him to scrap the scene, but there was really nothing he could do because the footage belonged to a record label, Sony. I don't know why Diddy thought that recording producer could have influenced the label's decision. After the video released, Diddy went apeshit. Diddy and a couple of his entourage beat the instrumentals out of Steve harder than an 808 kick. Okay, I know it's not funny, but personally, I don't think a devout Christian is going around beating people up with champagne bottles. And even if he thought Steve was gonna turn the other cheek, I mean, that's not how it works. I don't think there's any devout Christian doing that. Later in his bad boy era, Diddy got into another altercation at a nightclub where he was spending the night out with singer and actress Jennifer Lopez, his girlfriend. I know the hips don't lie, but there's no way Diddy rizzed up J-Lo. There's just no way. She didn't have a choice. He definitely put a gun to her head. Diddy, pero mis promos están en el catal. That's all I could imagine. In 2015, Diddy got arrested with assault charges with a deadly weapon and battery after butchering a UCLA football coach with a kettlebell. And it still wasn't enough to put him away. This guy had the whole police department in his pocket, let me tell you. The Los Angeles County just dropped all the charges right after the report was made. And according to the report, he also made terrorist threats. You know what? If I had to rate Diddy's crimes, I'd give this one a 9 out of 11. Be careful. I'm sorry, I have to be careful. November 2023. Oh my gosh, I love these time skips. It's like one of those time skips in TV shows, but the villain keeps winning for some odd reason. Okay, it's November 2023. We're in the midst of the hip-hop 50th anniversary, and Diddy is honored for all his contributions in the expansion of hip-hop, with being cited global icon at the VMAs in September, lifetime achievement at the BET Award, and being nominated for a Grammy for Best Progressive R&B Album. Honestly, at that point, I didn't even know Diddy was still making music. I thought he was like a ghost in the industry, like, you know, his friend Notorious B.I.G. However, all of these accomplishments would come leaning on him like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, because later that month, the R&B singer Cassie, former Bad Boy signee, who was also his longtime lover, would drop the first bombshell of allegations, basically accusing him of repeated physical abuse, including SAing her. Cassie said in the lawsuit when she was just 19, he began plying her with illegal substances, beating her and forcing her to sleep with male prostitutes just for his own enjoyment. Towards the end of the relationship, he literally broke into her house and SA'd her again. Just the day after the lawsuit, both parties agreed to an out-of-court settlement, but I don't believe that she just went, "Oh, thanks for the $100 million. I'm gonna buy my mom a house even though you SA'd me so many times." I don't think it went out like that. I think she was silent. Second woman, Joy Dickerson, filed another lawsuit accusing him of crimes under the same lie. The difference is she was only 17 when this happened. A third woman accused him of the same crime. Fellow producer, also known as Lil Jon, accused him of making sus sexual contact and forcing him to bang another man, saying that it was normal in the music industry. People online have also been accusing him of being sus, coming up with statements that he banged Meek Mill, and Cat Williams going on that Club Shay Shay podcast to accuse Diddy.
Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
In March 2024, the Department of Homeland Security raided all his properties in LA and Miami, except he wasn't actually in any of them. It was reported that his private jet flew over some island which he can't be extradited, only for us to find out later on that Diddy wasn't even on that plane. He was in Miami the entire time. Man, all of this is making me question, how was this man even raised? I'm sure when his mother was teaching him to count as a toddler, she probably be like, "There's one bullet, there's another bullet. Okay, I take out one bullet, how many bullets are left?" There's no other way to explain this monstrosity. The man is unpredictable. None of us ever know whether he's going to really win the case, in which the odds are stacked heavily against him. But if he loses, then his friend R. Kelly has to save him a spot in a local jail. Thanks for watching. This has been hilarious. Goodbye.